The super hot compact crossover segment continues to grow. On this edition of Test Drive, the Mercedes-Benz GLA 250. The Mercedes-Benz GLA is based on the same underpinnings as the company's CLA sedan, which means it's more car-like than many other crossovers. It also has a new twin in the form of the Infiniti QX30. While the two crossovers share many of their mechanicals and features, it's the look that separates the two. The cabin of this GLA has been very nicely conceived. Retro dials that are very attractive. You've got a nice large screen for the infotainment system, and all of the other controls are readily reached and easily operated. The one thing I wasn't too keen on is the stuff that's on the seats. It's called Artico. To you and I, that's nothing more than vinyl. When you look at the rest of the car, I just thought that that wasn't quite up to standard. The GLA arrives with a 2-litre turbocharged 4-cylinder that pushes 208 horsepower and 258 pound-feet of torque at a low 1250 RPM. It works very nicely with a 7-speed twin-clutch transmission that comes complete with a manual mode. While the GLA's initial launch is a tad soft, the power builds strongly through the mid-range. In the end, the GLA 250 runs to 100 kilometers an hour in 6.6 seconds, which is very good for the segment. Now, if you really want more, pick the GLA 45 AMG. All I really need to say, 375 horsepower. One of the things I like about this GLA is the fact that you can tailor the tone of the drive to suit the conditions. You've got off-road, eco, comfort, sport and individual. Off-road minimises the wheel spin when you're in slippery conditions. Forget eco, it's just too soft. I found individual surplus to need. However, comfort is ideal for running around town, and when you've got a twisty road or a pylon test that's beckoning, that's when sport comes into its own. The GLA's 4-motion all-wheel drive system manages the flow of power in a fully variable fashion based upon demand. Under normal driving conditions, it powers the front wheels, which improves fuel efficiency. However, when it detects wheel spin, it sends up to 50% of the drive to the rear wheels. In practice, it shuttles the power around in a seamless manner that remains invisible to the driver. It also adds a degree of off-road ability. As systems go, it's a good one. Given the compact dimensions of this GLA, there's actually quite a lot of room. No, you wouldn't want to sit in the back seat, especially if the front seats are a long way back, because that does limit legroom. However, there is plenty of cargo capacity. 421 litres with the seats upright and 1235 if you fold them flat. Now that's ample room for a family of 4. The GLA does a good job of keeping body roll to a minimum without sacrificing the ride quality. Likewise, the feel and feedback from the steering is good, which made the GLA quick and pointable through the pylons. In this regard, it's more wagon-like than the typical crossover, which in my book is a good thing. One option worth considering is the Sport package. It brings a body kit 19-inch AMG wheels and 235/45 tyres. They add to the lateral grip and sharpen the handling even further. You know, there's no question this GLA is a sorted crossover that just happens to donate its platform and most of the mechanicals to the Infiniti QX30. Now, both of them happen to be very competitively priced. So which one do you choose? Do you take the German or pick the Japanese? To me, there was no question. This GLA 250 is the real deal.